used to give all I have. I'm used to get nothing back. Wherever I go, it's the same. There's no excuses, no one to blame. Sometimes I can understand how it can be so hard to stay out of pain. But with you everything has changed, even though we both stay the same. Would you call me on the midnight train? Would you come over when nothing's right? Would you hold me tight in the rain, even as we're having a fight? Say you, say you.
Hey friends, it is Jenna, what is up, and welcome back to the Board Game Garden, and welcome to the official 1-year anniversary video here at the Board Game Garden. I want to give you guys a huge thank you for supporting me this past year. I uploaded my first ever video here on the Board Game Garden on May 26th of 2022, and I'm not gonna lie, it was probably the best decision that I've made in a very long time because it has brought me so much joy, so many new people into my life, so much more like confidence, and just being able to like push myself outside of my comfort zone. It's been just all around an amazing thing, and yeah, I have you guys to thank for it. Thank you for watching my videos this past year. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate you guys so much, and I am so excited to continue uploading here on the Board Game Garden and focusing on making some amazing content for you guys. So yeah, I still can't believe that I have been uploading videos here for a year. Also, this video, I kind of made it so it worked out this way, but this is my 100th video as well. So I uploaded 100 videos in this first year here on the Board Game Garden, and I'm hoping to upload hundreds upon hundreds more. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the future content. And yeah, hopefully you guys just enjoy being here. And thank you for just allowing me to be me and be obsessed with board games and talk about board games 24/7. But yeah, you guys can see that we are down in the board game room right now. And I, like you guys can tell by the title, am going to be showing you our entire collection. I'm going to be going shelf by shelf. We're not going to spend too much time on each of the board games, but I will kind of talk about a few of them. We will see, but I don't want this video to be like 2 hours long. But over on my Patreon, the Board Game Garden Patreon, I always do have a link down below to it. If you guys do want to support me, I would appreciate it so much, because I don't know if you guys know, but I decided at the beginning of 2023 that I wanted to try to do the Board Game Garden somewhat full-time, and it has been very fun. But with finances, I do have to find a way to try to make some sort of income on it. And Patreon, I feel like, is a really great way for people to support and stuff. So if you can and are willing, I would appreciate the support. But it's never any sort of pressure to do so. I just love having you guys here, and I appreciate you supporting me here on the Board Game Garden. So, like I was saying, the Patreons were actually the people that voted for this video. A few weeks ago, I actually posted over on the Patreon what kind of video people wanted to see for my 1-year anniversary, and a full board game collection was the winner by a long shot, and I'm so excited to bring you guys along and show you guys our collection as of right now, which I do want to point out. Maybe I will go grab it. 1 second. He's a big boy. So if you have been following on the channel for a while, you know that the game that I have wanted so bad for the longest time, the #1 game on my wish list, has been Dwellings of Eldervale, and I told myself when I had my 1-year anniversary for the Board Game Garden, I would treat myself to one game, and it just so happened that like 2 days ago, I saw on the Facebook Marketplace someone selling their copy of Dwellings of Eldervale, which his name was Kyle. Shout out to Kyle, he was actually a fan of the Board Game Garden, and yes, I purchased this for $80, which is a pretty awesome deal if I say so myself. It is like the standard retail version, but Dwellings of Eldervale has been a game that I've wanted to own for probably a good year now, probably even more than a year, honestly. But I am so happy to have it, and I treated myself to this, and I'm just so happy, so happy. I do also want to point out that yes, I did wear the same shirt that I was wearing in my first ever video here on the channel. I thought it'd be funny to wear the same shirt. But anyways, without further ado, if you guys want to see my entire board game collection, our entire board game collection, some of these were purchased by Francis, some of these were purchased by me, some of them were sent to us for review. But yeah, if you guys want to see our full collection, then just keep on watching. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you've yet to do so. We'd love to have you here in the garden. And also comment down below what is one game in our collection that you would love to try. I'd love to know that down below. And also stick to the end because there will be a giveaway. I just wanted to say a huge thank you to you guys and give away a little something for my gratitude towards you guys. So yeah, stay tuned for that, and let's get into this video, shall we? All right, so we're gonna get into this shelf right here first. These are all of our unplayed games. So this was our most recent addition to our board game room because we were running out of space on all of our other shelves. And also I thought it'd be smart to have like a separate spot for all of the games that we still need to get played, or I still need to get played if they are solo games. So yes, this is what it looks like here. It's a little bit heavy, and I'm kind of scared that this shelf is going to break because it's one of those like lean against the wall ladder shelves, but it's been fine so far, we're fine. Also, to everybody that keeps on asking what Marcus Aurelius quote is on this poster over here, you guys can't see it right now, but it's always in the background when I'm sitting on my chair here. But the quote is, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." It's one of my favorite quotes and I live by it. So it's there beside another picture of some roses because my middle name is Rose. But anyways, to the board games. Top shelf of unplayed games, we have Longboard, Castle Party, Savernake Forest, I believe that's what it's called, Botnik, Wizards of the Grimoire, Christmas Lights, Holly Jolly, Fiction, and Gasha behind that little plant there. So these are all just like smaller box games that I need to get played. I think I'm gonna bring a few of these to a few board game nights soon because I really want to get these played because my thing is that I just end up not having enough time in the day to get these played, not enough people to play them with. So I really need to start taking advantage of these board game nights that I'm having and to play some of these smaller games. So we have those up there. We also have Mining Colony. We also have Riverside, which is a roll and write that I really want to play soon. We have Mantis Falls. We have Dicetopia. Resist is a solo only game that I just recently got from 25th Century Games. Very excited about that one. We also have Nanga something. It's from Dr. Finn's games. Nanga Parbat, and I've actually heard really good things about this one. I don't know if you guys can see there how it looks, but there's like a bunch of different animal meeples and like different like shepherd meeples it looks like. So I'm very excited to play that one. We also have from Dr. Finn's games, we have the Butterfly Garden, which is very fitting for the board game garden. We have Biblios, Quill, and Parchment, which is a roll and write that I've wanted to try for a long time. I also have League of Hackers, which is a game that I've never heard of before. It was just sent over to me. We have Rice Dice, a Spirits of the Rice Paddy dice game. Spirits of the Forest, Card City, Bottle Cap Vikings, and Nerdy Inventions. So all of these here and a few other ones were sent over to me by one of the Board Game Garden community members. So you know who you are. Thank you so much. So yeah, I'm excited to play all those. we have, I believe you guys can see this shelf here. So we have Watergate, Rift Force, Paladins of the West Kingdom, which we really need to get played. We have a Paladins of the West Kingdom expansion. My dog is barking. We also have Morels, which is a 2-player only game about foraging for mushrooms, which I really need to play. There's also Gold Ahoy, King Domino Origins, Card Kingdoms of Varelia, and then we also have Sky Tier Horde, which I'm excited to play this one as well. I believe this can play solo, which is awesome. 1 to 3 players. Oh, that's an interesting player count. But yes, a few different card games that I need to get played. And then let me lower you guys down and I'll show you the bottom 2 shelves of some larger games. Okay, the bottom 2 shelves, as for the larger games, we have Herstory, which I'm very excited to play. I've heard good things about that one. Oros, I've heard good things about. Whistle Mountain, Trekking Through History, Eco's First Continent, My City, The Spill, The Lord of the Rings. I believe this is like adventure game. It's like one of their different like adventure book games, which I'm super excited about. And then I also do have some sleeves that I was recently sent by Phantom Sleeves, which I believe is a like sister company, or I believe it's like Capstone is like making a sleeve company. So I'm super excited to try out these. They also have like this pad here, which I think is very, very cool, where it has like all of the different sizes of cards that you can get, card sleeves. I've been having a hard time finding some sleeve sizes for some of my particular games, so I'm excited to possibly purchase some of those in the future and try out the ones that they sent me. And then down at the bottom, we have Box 1, which is a solo-only like puzzle escape room game, which I'm excited to try at some point. We have Fossilis, we have Santorini, Riddle of the Sphinx, which I will be covering on the channel soon. We also have Gartenbau, which I need to get this played. It's probably one of the ones that have been on this shelf of opportunity for the longest, so I need to get that played. And it's just like absolutely gorgeous. Like, this is probably my favorite looking game of all time. I'm obsessed with it, and I need to get it played. It is like a tile laying game, so I'm assuming I'm gonna like it. Hi, sir. How's it going? Hi, sweet boy. Can I have kisses? Good boy. You're a good boy. And then lastly, for the 2 other games down at the bottom here, we have Lands of Galzir as well as Artisans of Splendid Vale. So these are 2 like larger campaign games that I'm really, really excited to eventually get into in the future. But yes, that is everything for the first shelf. That is the shelf of opportunity. Let me know what game you guys want to see on the channel first. Would love to know. All right, so next up we have the background shelf, the pretty shelf as I like to call it. These are typically the games that I switch out the most for the background of videos, and this is on our only kallax shelf, which I do want to eventually in the future grab another one of these, but we do have 2 Billy bookcases. There's been thoughts in my head of like trying to make my own board game shelves, because the Billy bookcases, they don't, like the depth of them is not enough, so I would love to make some like custom bookshelves that actually fit board games really nicely. But as of right now, we're just dealing with the Billy bookcases, and they're doing okay. It's just not the aesthetic that I would prefer, but they're at least on a shelf. But yes, anyways, starting off with this first kallax cube here, we have all of the Everdell that I have. I have the base game of Everdell as well as Everdell Belfair, which is the only expansion I have. I do want to try some other expansions. I just realized that our Belfair has some, like a crack in it. Oh no. But I absolutely love Everdell, and I tried Pearlbrook actually with my friends, and I really enjoyed that one. But I think someone mentioned that I think it's Mistwood is the one that's really good solo, so I'd love to try that one out. But we also have Meadow with the Meadow Downstream expansion. We have Astra, and then we also have this one, which this is technically supposed to be on my shelf of opportunity because I haven't played it yet, but I needed like a really thin game to put here, and this was like the only one that fit. But this is Bargain Basement Bathysphere, which this is a solo-only roll and write campaign, which I am so excited to dive into once I have some time. Super, super excited about that one. So that one gets put there. And then next up, the next cube, hopefully you guys can see, we have Wayfarers of the South Tigris, we have Tapestry. A lot of the games on this shelf are ones that like I really, really love and I love the aesthetic of, so you guys can tell that a lot of these are like my favorite games. But yes, Tapestry, we have Flamecraft, as well as Ex Libris. And then moving over here, we have Brass Birmingham, we have all of Merchant's Cove. So we have Merchant's Cove, the base game, we have the Innkeeper, the Oracle, and the Dragon Rancher. If you didn't see, I did a vlog of the Breakout Con that I went to. They had a bring and buy, and I actually purchased all of that for $85, which I thought was an absolute steal. I saw other people selling it on Facebook Marketplace for like $250, and I got it for $85, so I thought it was a pretty good deal. And it's a fantastic game, and we're looking forward to playing it more. And then down here, we have Near and Far, Above and Below, and Sleeping Gods. These are my 3 prized possessions, my Red Raven games, which I love. We have not played Sleeping Gods yet, but it just fit nicely here with the other 2, so I figured I'd put it there. And then I also have Merchants of the Dark Road over here, which I love as well. And then I think you might be able to see, yeah, you can. We have Books of Time, which is a game that I will be covering on the channel soon. This is from Board and Dice, and it looks like a fantastic game. I'm very, very excited to play that one. We have Role Player with the Role Player Monsters and Minions expansion. I have really, really been loving Role Player. We have Spirit Island, which we haven't played in a while. Ark Nova, been loving recently. Ever since they put Ark Nova onto BGA, there's been something about it. I'm in like 5 or 6 different games of Ark Nova right now. It's great. But we also have Concordia, which is one of my favorite games. Wingspan, Viticulture World expansion, as well as Scythe. This is kind of like my little Stonemaier Games cube, and then I have Tapestry up here. And then also here we have Castellans of Valeria, which is a newer game that I will be covering as well. It is coming to Kickstarter, and I've played it a few times already, and it is really good. So I'm excited to cover that one on the channel. And then I think I do have to bring you guys down to show you the last 2 shelves. I don't know why I said it like that. All right, and then for the last 2 shelves or 2 rows of kallax cubes, I have this cube here, which is a little bit random, but we have Obsession, Bitoku, Lacrimosa, and Maglev Metro. Love all 4 of these games. I actually am going to be playing Bitoku again very soon, and I'm so excited because Francis and I played it once, and then I attempted to play it solo once, didn't work out quite well, but I'm finally getting to play it again, and I really enjoyed the first play of it. It's just been hard to get back to the table because there's so many just like little rules and stuff like that, so I'm excited to play that with my friend, or my friends Kat and Steph, very soon. So excited. We also have Lost Ruins of Arnak with the Lost Ruins of Arnak Expedition Leaders expansion. We have Zoo Tycoon, Forgotten Waters, Pandemic. I'm out of breath. Moving back, we have, this is like our mystery / crime / horror cube. We have Dead of Winter, Mansions of Madness, Chronicles of Crime, as well as Awkward Guests, which I feel like this should be... Is there not a side that has what it is? I guess not. It's just like, it doesn't tell you that it's, I guess it says right there, in very small letters it says Awkward Guests, but it just looks like a briefcase. And then over here, hopefully you guys can hear me, we have 10 Penny Parks, Genotype, Underwater Cities, as well as Caverna. And that is that. Down here, I think they're like slightly cut off, but we have the Isle of Cats, which I really want to get a few expansions for the Isle of Cats soon. We have Earth, Stardew Valley, the board game. We have Evolution, Another World that I just recently covered on the channel. Here we have John Company, which is a game that was sent over, and a huge thank you to the person that did send that, along with some other games. You are so nice, and the Board Game Garden community is just so nice. Huge thank you to you guys. You know who you are that has sent me some games. I will forever be thankful for you, and I truly am appreciative of that. So we have John Company, which I'm a little bit scared to learn, but I really do want to play it. My friends Aiden and Tyler also want to play this one, so I'm gonna have to learn it eventually. And then we also have Mind Management down here. And then over here, I don't know if you guys can see quite well, but we have Dale of Merchants, which I just recently played with Francis on stream, and we really enjoyed that one. We also have the prototype for Unconscious Minds, which I don't know when that is fulfilling. I'm hoping it's soon. I think it's more towards the end of 2023 that that's fulfilling. And then we also have this interesting little case here, which showed up at my house, and it just is a case and it has a question mark at the top. Super excited for this. Can't really talk about it too much, but it was probably like the most fun package that I received, where it was just like very just weird and cool to receive something that I had to like think to open. So yes, anyways, that is everything for the kallax shelf. I'm just a little head at the bottom here. Oh god, I'm such a nerd. I also did want to mention, I forgot to show you guys Dwellings of Eldervale, but it is just on top of the kallax. I did have the prototype for the Castles of Burgundy Special Edition up there, but I put that one in the corner here because I think when I get the finished version of the Castles of Burgundy Special Edition, I will probably be gifting the prototype to my friend. So that's just there waiting for that. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly mention that my whole heart and soul Dwellings of Eldervale is on top of the kallax. But anyways, we are now over to the left shelf. This is the left of the TV in the center, and this is where most of like the smaller games are. So starting at the top, we have all of the like bigger player count card games and stuff like that, some party games. Starting over here, we have Cultist Chaos, which is a very fun card drafting game. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Sushi Go Party, stuff like that. We have Tranquility, which I love playing solo. We also have Push here, which is a fantastic push your luck party game. We have Scout, we have Deep Sea Adventure, Fuji Flush, Walkie Talkie, Veggies, Ohanami or Ohanami, Similo, we have Similo Myths and Similo Fables. We have Dutch Blitz, Citadels, Love Letter, The Fox in the Forest, Duet, Who in the Room, which this is just like a fun like conversation starting game that I found on Amazon. Super fun. Usually we play that with like my family because we love talking. And then we have Time's Up, Tile Recall, one of my favorite party games. And then also we have Medium, which is another one of my favorite party games. So those are all of those there. We then have these, which some of them are party games, some of them are a little bit more gamer games. So we have Downtown Farmers Market, which is a tile laying game, which I love. We have this one here, which you probably can't tell what it is because it just looks like books, but it is paperback, which we haven't played in a while, and I do want to play that one again. I'm not very good at it, but I still need to play it. I need to get better at it. We have the Castles of Burgundy, the card game, the Crew Mission Deep Sea. Just recently got rid of the original The Crew, but Mission Deep Sea is really good as well. We have Arboretum, we have Radlands, we have Cafe, we have these three from Pencil First Games. So there's Floriferous, Herbaceous, and Sunset Over Water, Point Salad, Dog Lover, Goblin Vaults, Kites, which is a fun like real-time, who even knows, real-time card game, I guess, with like some timers and stuff, super fun. Green Team Wins, another one of my favorite party games. And then also Seven Wonders Duel. This shelf is like literally perfect. I can't get rid of any of these, I can't add anything, it's just perfect. And then lastly here, we have my Pride and Joy, which is my roll and write shelf. There are a few additional ones in here that aren't roll and writes, or actually just this one, which is the Legacy of You. I just wanted it beside Hadrian's Wall because it just makes sense. But I think eventually in the near future, I might try to organize my games by publisher. I might try to do that, we will see. But I've been really liking this, where I'm kind of organizing my games by size of box. So Yes, anyways, this is my roll and write / a few other games shelf. We have my 5 button shy games just nicely put here. I have Food Chain Island, Ugly Griffin Inn, Rove, Sprawlopolis, and Unsurmountable. Those are the 5 button shy games I have. We have Rock and Roll up here, which is a fun Yahtzee style cooking roll and write. We have Railroad Inc., Super Skill Pinball 4K. My brain is slowly turning off. Explorers, which is a very fun roll and write, or actually flip a tile and explore game. We have, speaking of exploring, we have the Isle of Cats Explore and Draw. We have Cartographers and Cartographers Heroes, Rolling Realms, Welcome to the Moon, Fleet the Dice Game, Three Sisters. We also have Legacy of You, like I said, not a roll and write, but I wanted it to be beside Hadrian, my love, Hadrian's Wall, and then also Dinosaur Island, Rar and Write. Those are not all of my roll and writes because I had to start putting a few of the larger ones down here. But we also do have, you guys can't see them, I have to move you down. Please hold. So I'm doing a little bit of a wall squat or a wall sit as I do these 2 shelves, so we're getting a little bit of a workout in, which is great. But the next 2 shelves here are honestly some really good games in these 2 shelves. So we have my collection of Final Girl, which I only have 3 boxes. I have one, which is the core box, and then I have The Haunting of Creech Manor and Frightmare on Maple Lane. I do want to get more of those. We have Animals Gathering. We also have Viscounts of the West Kingdom, as well as Architects of the West Kingdom with 2 different expansions. Like I said, we do have Paladins, but we have yet to play it, so that will eventually go onto the shelf as well. I just recently actually traded my friend Steph a few games for this, which is Caper Europe, which I am super excited to have, and hopefully Francis will like it and play it with me. I've been playing it a bit on BGA and I've been really enjoying it. It is a 2-player game, so if Francis doesn't want to play it with me, I guess I'm just gonna have to play it against myself. So that's Caper Europe. We also have Parks, and I have the Parks Nightfall expansion down behind it. We also have the Whatnot cabinet, Lanterns Harvest Festival, which I've only played once, but I really want to play it more because it was a very fun game. I would love to play that with like some people in my family, or possibly like Francis's parents. And then lastly on this shelf we have Calico and Cascadia, which I would love to eventually add Verdant to that as well. And then moving on to this shelf right here, like I mentioned, I did want to add, or I had to add a few of the larger roll and writes over here because they didn't fit on the shelf up here with the other ones. So we have Twilight Inscription, which, ooh, I need to play that game again. We also have Joan of Arc, Orleans, Draw and Write, which is a fun one. We also have Dungeons, Dice, and Danger. All of these games here are my BoardGameTables.com, or now known as All Play games. Here we have On Tour and On Tour Paris and New York. We have Kabuto Sumo, QE, Bites, and I just recently got the finished version of Pollen in the mail, which I covered here on the channel, and it is freaking beautiful. I'm very excited to play that one. And then lastly, we have Chakra, which is a game that I was going to get rid of for a while, and then I played it on BGA randomly and I'm like, oh, I actually liked it. So I kept it, and hopefully I will be able to play it sometime soon. We have Seize the Bean, one of my favorite games. We have Terraforming Mars, Ares Expedition. We have 2 more Red Raven games here as well. We have Haven, which originally I was going to get rid of. Haven is another 2-player head-to-head game. Francis and I actually tried it before getting rid of it, and we both really enjoyed it. So thank goodness I didn't actually get rid of it because it's a really good one. And then we also have Rome as well, which is a good game as well. So that is everything for that shelf. I'm gonna go down to the last 2, and then we still have 1 more shelf. Oh boy, okay. All right, I have a dog. Okay, so the last 2 shelves, I'm gonna just quickly do the bottom shelf because it's super easy. We have a little like travel chest set. I don't know if you guys can see it over here. We also have Descent Legends of Dark. Okay, dog does not want to hang out with me. This was a big one that was sent over that I am super excited to dive into. Francis and I are playing Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion right now, which is right here. But I have a feeling it's going to be kind of similar on those kind of similar lines of like a dungeon crawler. So that one's exciting to jump into eventually. We also have Gloomhaven, like I said, and then, like I mentioned, the special edition of Castles of Burgundy, the prototype, is just behind me. And then, moving on to this shelf here, like I mentioned, we have Gloomhaven Jaws of the Lion, which Francis and I are moving into. We also have King of Tokyo, we have Sushi Roll. These were two that I was considering getting rid of, but I don't know. They potentially will be ones in the future. But we also have Micro Macro Full House. We have the original Subterra, which I love, 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 love Subterra. We have Coffee Roaster, which is a solo-only coffee-themed game, which I am freaking obsessed with. We have Splendor, which a few people have mentioned I should sell Splendor and just get Splendor Duel instead. We also have Baron Park, which is just a classic. We have My Little Pony Adventures in Equestria, deck building game. This one I played this month and I really enjoyed it. I will be chatting about it in the solo games that I played this month video next week, but we also have Sagrada as well as Creature Comforts. So these are kind of all of the boxes that are like tall rectangles, if you know what I mean. These are all that kind of shape and they fit really nicely on the shelf. So yes, that is the last shelf on this left shelf. Let's go over to the right shelf, shall we? I'm getting quite the light on me right here. This nice triangle. It's really great. But hello, welcome to the right shelf. This is where all of the bigger games that are not on the main shelf are. So I'm going to show you guys the first or the top three, and I'll show you the bottom three, and then that'll be the collection. So starting at the top, I do want to mention this game right here at the top is the video board game Nightmare. This I played as a kid, and we just recently played it as a family with Francis' family, and it was absolutely chaotic, but the best type of chaos. And I'm so happy that I ended up getting that. But that kind of lives up at the top there. And then for the top shelf here, we have the classic Catan. We have Obscurio, which is kind of similar to like Mysterium. It's like Mysterium with a trader, which is really fun. We have It's a Wonderful World. We have Tidal Blades of Banner Festival, Azul Summer Pavilion, Honeybuzz. I need to play Honeybuzz again. I freaking love that game. We have Vivid Memories, Decorum, Alchemists, and Planted, which I'm surprised I don't have this on my main shelf because this is literally like the board game garden in a game. So I'm surprised I don't have that one on the main shelf, but it's a very fun, simple card drafting game. And then for the second shelf here, we have Keystone North America, which I need to play that one again. I started the solo campaign of Keystone and I was really enjoying it. I think I got through like 3 scenarios, so I need to finish that off. We have Athenium Mystic Library, which I feel like is a very just like not talked about enough game, underrated game. Love this game so much. It's like a tile laying game with like books, and you're putting books onto a shelf. I don't know how readily available it is, but I found it at my friendly local game store. We have Taverns of Tiefenthal, we have Quacks of Quedlinburg with the Alchemist expansion, Dream Home, Between Two Castles of Mad King Ludwig, Fun Fair, Santa Monica, Mysterium, as well as the Search for Planet X, which actually, when you guys are watching this, if you're watching this on the day that it gets uploaded, I will be playing the Search for Planet X on Sunday of this weekend, on the 28th of May. I'll be playing that one solo on stream. And then lastly, you guys cannot see these ones totally, but you can see them enough. We have the Quest for El Dorado, which is a fantastic, fantastic racing deck building game. We have Tiny Towns, Maracaibo, On the Underground, Paris / New York, which this one I covered on the channel. This is technically a prototype, but it's like a fantastic, fantastic prototype. We have Takanoko, the base Santorini, as well as Suburbia. So those are all of those. The empty space here is because I just recently called a few games and That is where I got them from. There's also a little bit of empty space on the next shelf as well, but yeah, let me lower you guys down and we'll do the last 3 shelves. All right, for the last 3 shelves here, these are some very random shelves, but these are some like, I don't know if you guys could tell, but this shelf here I kind of did in like a, hi Mr. Walt, in a color coordinated way. So I had them going from like the reds to the blues to the purples to the grays and the blacks. So here we have 7 Wonders, then I have the 2 expansions. We have Leaders and Cities. We also have the Horrified. These are the Universal Monsters game. We have our one and only Dice Throne game, which is the Moon Elf versus the Barbarian, I believe that's what it is. Barbarian versus Moon Elf. Look at me. I really enjoyed this. Francis got a little bit frustrated with Dice Throne. But we also have Foodies. We have Great Western Trail, which we need to play again. And then we also have Trekking the World. And then this shelf right here is my party game shelf, which don't really know why I decided to do a random shelf right in the middle of 2 other not party game shelves. Who knows? But this one has a bunch of different large group party games. So we have So Clover, Just One, and Decrypto. They're all in that like same size box. We have Cozy Juicy Reel, which is a like conversation starting game as well that I covered on the channel. We have Strike the Dice game, which is very fun. Hues and Cues, Categories, Tukey, Wavelength, Concept, Dixit, Downforce, and Camel Up. So these are all very like fun, large group games, just very like chaotic, fun games to play with your family or your friends. And then the last one here, we have Paint the Roses. Don't know why I said that funny. We have Paint the Roses. Then we also have 2 Sinister Fish games here. We have Villagers with the Shifting Seasons expansion that I need to try out. And we also have Streets. And then there is Galaxy Trucker, which is such a fun game. Miyabi. We also have the Clank in Space and Normal Clank. And then lastly, at the bottom, this is kind of fitting, we have Tokaido, which I don't know if you guys know. If you don't know, Tokaido was actually the first game that Francis and I purchased that got us into the hobby. So it's pretty fitting that I ended off with that. But yeah, that is everything for the collection. Let's go back to outro Jenna, shall we? All right, friends, so that is going to be everything for today's video. That is our entire board game collection. If you enjoyed, give this video a big thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button if you've yet to do so. We'd love to have you here in the garden. The garden is getting pretty close to 20,000 subscribers, which I still can't believe that like it's been 1 year and we're already pretty close to 20,000 subscribers. This community is freaking fantastic. I love you guys so much. Also, speaking of that, we're going to get into what the giveaway is. Basically, I told you guys in the intro, comment down below 1 board game from our collection that you would love to own. So definitely do that, because the person that wins, I'm going to be choosing 1 random person from the comment section. Whoever is the winner is going to get that board game that they say down in the comments. This giveaway is open worldwide, so basically I will just be purchasing that board game for you on a website that you usually purchase your board games from and just having it shipped straight to you. So definitely comment down below what is 1 game from our collection you'd love to own, and you will be entered in to win that board game. I also do ask, if you are going to enter, please be subscribed to the channel. I do want this to go to someone that is actually part of the community and enjoys my content. So definitely hit that subscribe button. If you are not subscribed, then you will not win. And then also for how I'm going to be announcing, I will be announcing this in 2 weeks from now. I will put the date right here whenever that is. I will be announcing it here on this video. So I will pin the comment that wins, and then I will also put the winner and the comment in the description box. So please, if you have any person by the name of the Board Game Garden commenting to you and saying you won with like a link, do not do any of that. Do not press a the link. Do not do any of that process. I will specifically pin your comment and then I will put it in the description box as well if you win. So yes, good luck to everybody. Thank you guys again so much for just making this community so amazing, so welcoming, so kind. That is exactly what I want this community to be. Just somewhere that someone can discover whether they are already in the hobby or wanting to get into the hobby or not in the hobby at all, and just feel welcomed and warm and just happy. That's like exactly what I want. And yeah, happy anniversary to the Board Game Garden. We've been here for a year now. Love you guys so much. Remember, you are somebody's reason to smile. You're my reason to smile, and I will see you guys in the next board game video. Bye, friends.